Hello viewers, welcome back, and this video, today I'll be talking about pitting people against one another in terms of who is the greatest XYZ, and I'll be using tennis as my frame of reference for this. So, Rafael Nadal won the US Open.
Rafael Nadal is a US Open champion for a third time.
6-3, 6-3, 6-4.
It makes it his 16th Grand Slam in total. Veterans such as Jim Courier seem to think so, despite the fact that Roger Federer has won 19 Grand Slams. Rafael Nadal is the only male player, for example, who has won a particular Grand Slam in the double figures. The French Open he has won 10 times. Roger Federer, the most Grand Slams he has won has been Wimbledon, which he has won 8 times. Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal have also won all 4 Grand Slams. They are on an even keel in that sense. Rafa, as well as Roger, has only won one particular major once. For Nadal's case, it's the Australian Open that he has only won once, and for Roger Federer, it's the French Open that he has only won once. Now, this is where it gets interesting, in my view. Were Rafa, for example, to win the Australian Open next January, then he'd have a stronger case for being the greatest male tennis player, because that would mean he would be the only man in the Open era to have won all 4 Grand Slams at least twice. Rod Laver has done it, and the same would go for Roger Federer. He would have to win next year's French Open to be the only man since Rod Laver to have won all 4 Grand Slams twice.
It's major number 18 for the Swiss maestro.
Again,
What a player!
3 sets to love. 6-3.
Champion here at Wimbledon.
6-1.
The first
6-4.
man to win 8 championships. Yet another.
Rafael Nadal is a US Open champion for a third time.
6-3, 6-3, 6-4.
The last 15 years have been a whirlwind in the men's tennis game. We now have 3 players added to the all-time list of men that have won all 4 Grand Slams. Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer. Djokovic remains a little bit behind his contemporaries on the meagre sum, I'm being sarcastic, of 12 majors. And he too has a particular Grand Slam that he has only won once, and that one is the French Open, just like Federer. It remains to be seen if Andy Murray will reach that feat of winning all 4 majors. I personally doubt it. I think he may win the Australian Open and maybe the US Open again, and that will be it for him in terms of Grand Slams. I don't think he'll go more than 6, but I could be wrong. So now, the amount of men that have won Grand Slams, all 4 Grand Slams, stands at Rafael Nadal, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Roy Emerson, Rod Laver, Don Budge, Andre Agassi and Fred Perry. The women's game has slightly more women who have achieved that feat. There are 3 women who have won more than any man ever has in terms of Grand Slams, and that's Steffi Graf, Serena Williams and Margaret Court. And this is where, in the women's game, the idea of who is the greatest becomes a bit tricky. Because yes, Serena has surpassed Steffi Graf's Open era record, but Graf is also the only tennis player ever to have won all 4 Grand Slams at least 4 times each, and is the only person to have ever achieved the Golden Slam, which is all 4 majors and an Olympic gold medal in the same calendar year. And Margaret Court, of course, is the only other tennis player to have won a singular Grand Slam into the double figures. She won the Australian Open 11 times. So it's hard to determine, really, who is the best of all time. It's like trying to compare Muhammad Ali with Mike Tyson, for example. It's futile, although it's fun for many people to speculate on these sort of subjects. I have myself, but it's ultimately futile. It's best just to enjoy these amazing athletes for who they are and how they perform. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment, and please remember to like, share and subscribe, and remember, don't roll your eyes too much. They may fall out of your head.